You heard about a man, the lift controller, the lever king, I told you.
The EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Coming up, we've got an ultra-important divisional round matchup in the NFC, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Arizona Cardinals. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Well, as they say, if you drew it up, you couldn't have drawn it a whole lot better. That's exactly how you want to start the game. Excellent momentum off the opening kickoff.
Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Let go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
60 in, go street. Ready,
now the first carry here for the running back. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 15 yards last play and 15 yards here this go-around.
When you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
70 Timberwolves, go!
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. Now this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night.
Ready? Go!
The slot man in motion right. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simplest stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
7 Pirates! 7 Pirates!
Second and 3. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, and it's good for a first down as well.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here we go! Here we go! 60 Eagles! 60 Eagles!
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Cut 19! Cut 19! 60 Bobcats! 60 Bobcats! Warriors 70! Scoop!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another first there.
Did you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down.
That was a good, strong run for a first down, and they are just dominating right now in this drive. They've stayed on the field, which consequently means the opposition's offense can't get out there and score any points.
Panther 11! Panther 11!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Cooper 19! Buffalo 18!
It's second down.
79 Broncos.
He'll drop to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Count, Dragon 60, 19 Lions. 7 Pirates, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Read alert, read alert.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
The stretcher right there turned it into a really nice game. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
60 Bobcats, 60-18, Pioneer.
On play action, they'll throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Come on, come on.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. 71 yards. And the Cards are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after getting up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
2nd and 10.
Here we go. Step up.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 24 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and
Now they'll audible to something else. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12.
79 Broncos.
They're going to look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter. Jalen Waddle deep to return it. A chance for Waddle on the return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done.
Fighting through, he's got space. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 in the first.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That goes for 14 yards, 1st down Cardinals.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop it right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep here and throw off play action. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
All right, say it with me now. There are a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep.
Wiley. Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it, has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Three. Cougar 19. Ready.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. They work now on 2nd and 9.
On the set. Here we go. Set. Cowboy 80.
They'll set up a throw. He's got Higgins over the middle. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
19 Tiger. 19, 18. 70 Lions. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Seahawks 7.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
36-yard line.
Solid run down inside the 30. They'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it, and he'll just get rid of it. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
60 Bison. 19 Lions. Panther 11.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That ball caught by his rookie right eye. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
First down, Seattle.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
We saw that indeed, picking up the first. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
Cut 19. Cut 19. 18. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Get me Ranger. Get me Ranger. Pioneer.
Second and 9 now. And it's caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the one. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now third and goal. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Cougar 19. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Buffalo 18. Warriors 70. Bronco switch. Reload. Reload. Ready,
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. It's their quarterback in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point splits the uprights. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end.
At their own 30-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Get it.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Check smash. Check smash. 19 Chargers.
Here's second and 8. Throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. So now it's third and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. He'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Third and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll drop the throw. Look at the big man rumble. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Elijah Arroyo, 48 yards. And the Seahawks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point laid down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. This one away, and off it goes. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive in the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Ready, set. Ready. Liking 18. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. 7 top 18, Pioneer. 19 tight, 19 tight.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be second in a couple.
Well, if you do read man covers, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Here we go. Panthers ready.
On second down, here's the option. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
Shot 60. Panther 11. Dragon 60. 19 Lion. Let's go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Cowboy 80.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he comes back with one complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's third down at 4.
Let's go. Ready.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. Spencer Schrader now on to try the field goal. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing the coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach turned his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So,
touchdown, Cardinals! Marvin Harrison Jr., 65 yards. And the Cardinals have got it back to within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 21. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And he powers his way up past the 30. 6 yards there on the keeper at 2nd down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Hey, Crash. 19, Tiger. 19, Tiger. Cut 19. Warriors, 70. Ready.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man, complete. That's Bryant.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll go down shy of 40 at the 41. He'll grab 3 yards on the play, taking it himself for the 1st down.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up 1st downs.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 29-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First down, Seattle.
Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Cougar 19.
Looking to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal. So a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack.
Let's go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Second and 14. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. Touchdown, Seahawks. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. We're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
They run over center with Benson. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cardinals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
2nd and 5. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up third down.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Cards are right back in this football game. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80. Viking 18. Let go.
Right back to him on first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
70.
He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 27 yards there, a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Stewart. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
On the ready.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Panthers 60. Panthers ready.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And they'll get him down right around the 16.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Two. 60 by 6. Go.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Playoff lives at stake. Boy, this is a big one. 3rd down.
Viking 18.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game. Just when you thought this game might be turned on its ear, a late interception pretty much going to seal the deal.
Yeah, boy, talking about having your backs to the wall. This defense, they looked like they were in danger of surrendering this lead, but they knew they needed that one play, and they got it right there, partner.
Now he's going to step up and run.
He finds his man. And a loose football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Go, Bronco 80. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready,
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
What an advantage having a lead guy to build a defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 Lions. Cut 19, cut 19. Mustang 19.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Cougar 19. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat, trap 60, trap 60. 60, 18, Pioneer.
Back to throw here.
He'll try and do this himself.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. We see double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to swell the lead to 6. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep this a 3-point game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the last time out, they had a good drive going to get in the red zone. They throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry. And now, points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless, too.
Yeah, he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Okay,
This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down.
Back to throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here comes second down at 5.
79 Broncos.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Catch.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout.
Well, what a game this has been, and now overtime will decide who goes on to play in the NFC Championship. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now the game reaches OT. Every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Things now, Charles, looking pretty good here. A great opportunity to try to cash in for 6 on the opening possession of overtime.
And what I'm liking, Brandon, is what I see down on the sidelines. I see a defense huddled up.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Playoff football at its best. Remember, a touchdown on this drive isn't a game winner as they work on second down here. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And so close, he gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
First down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Ready.
It's a quarterback sneak. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Leads to second and goal.
Bravo 80.
On second down, they're running here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. We chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
Ready, break. 19 tight. Here we go. Here we go. Hawk 70. Hawk. Panther 11. Panther 11. Go.
Now this time he'll look to throw.
And this is a touchdown. Now it's not over yet, but they draw first blood here in this overtime. And Charles, that touchdown alone doesn't win him the game anymore with the rule changes and overtime in the postseason, but they still went down, scored, got the job done, and now they put it in the hands of their defense.
And with the other side now guaranteed an overtime possession, getting that score was vital. The pressure's now on their opponent, and their defense, they have to play off the momentum the offense generated. One stop, and they end this game.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
And they're on 19-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
Well, CD, in the regular season, they would already be celebrating. Not so simple here in the playoffs. Now they also need to make a defensive stand if they want to pick up the victory.
Yeah, I'm sure the team would be in favor of just taking the win right now. But in a small way, their defenders also kind of happy for the world change because now, on the big stage of postseason, they're the ones who can come out here and lock down the victory.
So, CD, in the postseason, they obviously get the chance to answer that touchdown from a bit ago, but how do they set aside that pressure, knowing that their entire season is coming down to this series?
What a great question, and I don't think that they set it aside. I think that they confront it, and they've done it throughout practice time in preparation for opportunities like this. And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing, so he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Back to throw again.
They'll get this out wide to Harrison.
And he is stopped just short on third down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10.
Well, here we go. Now it's gut check time. They need to convert here to keep the series and their season alive.
And obviously, this is their biggest snap of the season. And across the line of scrimmage, how about that defense? They feel exactly the same way. And they know they're one stop from celebrating a win themselves.
A stop here is a game winner in overtime. Here comes fourth down. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
48-yard line.
They'll look to throw again.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Trying to keep their season alive. Down 7 in overtime. They'll, of course, need to score before time runs out in the period as they work on second down.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
136 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
This is where the new rule comes into effect. In past years, this game's over. They've got a chance, though, to match touchdowns now. It's first down.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
A 21-yard touchdown run. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back one, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that is going to tie up this ball game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Just straight money right there. The biggest drive of the game, a chance to win it in overtime. If they've been saving that play, they sure pulled it out at the right time. A huge turn of events there.
From just outside of field goal range. 3 points, all that's needed. Here's 1st and 10.
Check smash. 60 Eagles. 18, Pioneer. 7 Pirates.
Back to throw.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
Nick Bosa in there to get him. And that is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight.
Second down.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports.
Now, do you try for more yardage or get to the spot that your kicker wants? Here's second down.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
They'll look to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And this one too low.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Warriors, 17, 19 Light.
They'll look to throw here. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And with just 9 seconds left in overtime, we get whistles and a timeout.
First and goal, Seattle.
The offense still on the field. Could they finish this in style? It's first and goal.
And he's going to score. It's a touchdown. No flags. And in an overtime thriller, they are moving on in the playoff.
No rest. They get to keep playing.
So they stay alive.